And we're back with the podcast, back with some sports talk, and we just back, baby. You know, they thought we'd never come back, but we did, and that's that. But yeah, welcome to the podcast, and hope you enjoy the show. And it's fun to be back. I feel like I only do these once a week, maybe. I don't even remember how many. Did somebody turn the music off? Thanks. Anyway, I feel like I don't do this as much. Probably because I'm working all the time. Anyways, who cares? Welcome to the podcast. Let's talk about sports, shall we? So, NBA playoffs, they've been amazing. It's been a joy to watch all the young teams kind of come together and peak at the right time. Atlanta, even though they're not so young, Milwaukee, the Phoenix Suns, especially without Chris Paul. But I wanted to talk about something that's not really about the games. It's about the person who has something to do with the games, and that's the coach. And there are two coaches right now who I would say are either on the hot seat or you're looking to get fired this summer. And it I never like to do these videos because like I shouldn't be saying if somebody who's a coach can't coach because I don't know as much basketball as a head coach in the NBA. That's why I don't have a job and they obviously do. But man, even when I'm picking up mistakes in your offense and in your offensive game plan, then buddy, you have problems. And the first guy I want to talk about, and I hate talking about this because again, this is low hanging fruit, but that's Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers is in the hot seat. This team is going through to go through some major changes during the offseason. The 76ers are, and there are no excuses for Doc. They're probably going to get rid of Simmons, and if they don't get rid of Simmons, they're going to bring in more shooters. They're going to bring in more talent. They're going to do something, but Doc Rivers, the constant, is going to be there. You have an MVP caliber type player. You technically didn't have that in OKC. The last time you had, I mean, not in OKC, Los Angeles with the Clippers. And the last time you really had that was in 2008 with Kevin Garnett, and you did win a championship, so you do get that credit. But next year, there are no excuses. You don't take this team to at least the finals, you might see your job on the line again. You might have to join the unemployment list very soon because those collapses were pathetic. You were up 20 in both games that you should have won, and you lost them. And then you go with your little, arrogant face to the podium and you're like, oh, well, if you think I shouldn't play Ben Simmons in the fourth quarter, you don't know basketball. I do know one thing, Doc Rivers. If the guy who's supposed to be handling the ball and orchestrating your offense not only can't take a shot, but refuses to take a shot, you're going to lose the game. So probably should have gave Tyrese Maxey some more run or somebody else down the bench. Because, Ben Simmons, it's, I don't know if it's a chemistry thing. I don't know what you didn't do to get it through that dude's head that he can shoot the ball, even if he misses. Like, that's okay. But, son, a lot of that stuff, I get it. It's hard to coach when your second best player is an offensive liability, but you got to figure that out. You were going to 10-man rotations in a game 7. You should be ashamed of yourself. 6 guys at most should play in a game 7. Like, most of the minutes. Like, That's nuts. That's absolutely nuts. Anyway, yeah, that's short and sweet. Doc Rivers, I think, is right the ship. He has the right talent, and this team played the best it's ever played since the process started. So I definitely think that Doc can keep his job. This is a guy, though, the next guy who needs to be fired immediately. Mike Budenholzer. Mike Budenholzer, what are you doing, bro? You look like you have a fucking panic attack on the sidelines every single time that you're on the sideline trying to drop a play. You look like you're having a panic attack. What is happening, my man? What is happening? You are absolute garbage. Every time that I see Giannis starting at the top of the key, fucking dribble, 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 and I'm just like, what is happening? Why is the biggest guy not going to the basket? Oh my god. It's just like, do we understand this guy? Nobody understands this guy. Sorry, that was the wrong sound effect. The original sound effect was supposed to
Oh,
be this.
shit. Here we go again.
Because that's how I feel every time that I see Mike Budenholzer telling Giannis to, like, start at the top of the key instead of telling the biggest, strongest guy on the court most of the time to just go down to the block or get some handoff plays or some pick and rolls. Like, yo, you got Eric Blood. No, what is his name? Drew Holiday for a reason. I don't know why I was going to say Drew Bledsoe. I still got the fucking Eric Bledsoe nightmares. But yeah, like, what are you doing, Mike Budenholzer? Like, what, bro? I get it. Giannis might not be the most skilled player out there, but you know what Giannis has? Something that you can't learn, and that's 7 feet, 200 and something pounds. Like, Giannis, you're too big not to be down there all the time. And also, Mike Budenholzer, bro, you are lucky that Steve Nash is an idiot and didn't call a timeout on that last play. And then let the defense get set, and Drew Holiday was matched up against Kevin Durant. Your defensive rotations are trash. You're literally letting PJ Tucker get cooked day in and day out just because, I don't know, Giannis doesn't. Why can't Giannis guard KD? I don't understand. Also, Mike Budenholzer, stop having Brook Lopez out there when other teams go small on you. He is going to get you killed from the three. The fact that the Milwaukee Bucks not only beat the Brooklyn Nets, but they also beat their head coach is a feat within itself. My God, this guy is absolutely awful. This guy doesn't play Giannis. One year he doesn't play Giannis enough minutes. This year now, it's like Giannis can't guard. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna be afraid to put Giannis against Trae Young from time to time? Like, what is gonna happen in this next series? And I mean, you kind of. The Bucks right now look like they have a clear beeline of the finals. I'm not gonna disrespect the Hawks because Trae Young is my boy, and I love that guy, and hopefully he'll be a Knick one day. But like, what in the world is happening, man? Why doesn't it seem like this dude can get his stuff together? Why does it always seem like he's getting bailed out by talent? Like, yo, coaching is really, really important, man. When you see Milwaukee go from having fluid offense to then everybody's just isolating and it feels like the players are just calling whatever they want out there, that's bad coaching, man. At the end of games, you're supposed to be the one that dictates what everybody's doing. Having Giannis take a walk-up three in Game 5, it's incredible, man. Like, in Game 5, with a minute something left, with the shot clock basically at 24, to have Giannis walk up into a three, instead of you calling something out from the sidelines, or telling Drew what to do. Like, you have to be able to do something as a coach, and that's calm your players down and take the thinking out of it and just have him execute. Just execute just think about executing where you're going to be and what you have to do when you get there. But no, I don't feel like this dude could do this in a consistent way. Like, yeah, the regular season is going to be great, but we saw what happened with Quinn Snyder too. Like, same thing, man. And it's not like, at least Quinn Snyder didn't have options at the 5, but you do. It's Giannis. Literally put Giannis at the 5. Let him operate as a rim protector, and then if he has to get switched on to smaller guards, he won't kill you, and also he's gonna be able to close out on the shooters. Like the fact that I can figure this out, and you seem to not want to do this at all. It just you had it for little certain spurts, but like yo, go with it for a lineup. Try to see what happens, especially if you have to face the Suns in like the finals or something like that. Like bro, DeAndre Ayton's going to make barbecue chicken out of Brooke Lopez. So I don't know, man. I don't know, but I don't like Mike Budenholzer, and I don't think that he should be coaching the MVP of this league. Like, sorry, man. Rick Carlisle, son, stay by your phone, cause I can almost guarantee you that no matter what happens during this rest of this playoff run, whether they win or they lose, Mike Budenholzer will lose his job. I can almost guarantee you that, because my God, this guy's awful. Like, the fact that it took a hobble, like, it took you 7 games to beat a rookie head coach, a hobble James Harden, no Kyrie, and basically Kevin Durant by himself. You should be ashamed of yourself, Mike Budenholzer, because there was times where Steve Nash outcoached you, the seasoned guy, the guy who's won 2 Coach of the Years. That's the guy that's getting beat by Steve Nash. Be ashamed of yourself, guy. Be ashamed of yourself. Let's talk about the Clippers a little bit. Shout out to Paul George. He's been doing really, really well. I know everybody's going to focus on the free throws and some of the shots that he forced up there, but during that end stretch right there for like the 2-minute mark, my man was absolutely amazing. So he is playoff P today, not just in jest. Hello.
Ah, shit. Here we go again. Shit. Here we go again.
Yeah, that was not the right sound effect. This was it. Anyway, shout out to you, playoff P. There we go. That's better. But yeah, man. What can I say, man? Phoenix just looks better. Obviously, the Clippers are a man down. I think with Kawhi Leonard, this would be a very, very different series. Honestly, with Kawhi Leonard, this series might be 1-1 or maybe 2-0 in the Clippers' favor right now. I think, at least, without Chris Paul. But, Devin Booker, he's a menace to society right now. My man is like, yo, Kobe said be legendary. I'm building the legend now. Like, my man is 2 games away from reaching an NBA Finals, 6 away from winning it all. So, yeah, Devin Booker living his best life. Chris Paul should be back probably at the end of Game 4. He should be back for the Game 6 and potential Game 7. Or, potential Game 5, 6, and 7. He should be available for those. I do think the Clippers take a game home. The worst that's going to happen is they go down 3-1. I don't think they get swept. I don't think the Clippers get swept. Ty Lue has been amazing. Ty Lue has been absolutely wonderful. Ty Lue is reminiscing of that run he had in 2016 where just brilliance after more brilliance. Because, again, I will always stand by this. Ty Lue coach circles around the Coach of the Year, Steve Kerr, in that series. So, shout out to Ty Lue. I'm glad he got his opportunity, and I'm glad he got his job. Another coach that we should actually be saluting is the coach right next to him, Monty Williams. He is Monty Williams, man. One of the greatest people in the NBA, according to everybody. Everybody loves that guy. Nobody has a problem with that guy. And the fact that, in his second year with a 24-year-old Devin Booker and a CP3 that everybody thought was washed is, again, 2 games away from an NBA Finals. Regardless of what happens to end this season or not, if he wins it, if he doesn't win it, if he blows the 0-2 lead to the Clippers because it's the most dangerous team in the league, down 0-2, Monty Williams deserves the NBA's eternal respect because that man is an X's and O's genius. And again, you see what happens when you hire black coaches and you don't give them trash rosters. They perform better. Another guy too, Nate McMillan. Nate McMillan, coach circles around everybody pretty much this season. I love Tom Thibodeau, but that coach of the year pick is looking not as good because Nate McMillan to come in middle of the year after they fired Lloyd Pierce when he's been there for 6 years. He's only been there for a few months, and he's got all these guys playing well. He's got all these guys playing together. Shout out to Nate McMillan. I hope he gets to the NBA Finals, I guess, even though I want Giannis to win the whole thing. But, like, yeah, man, this is a good playoffs. I don't have a dog in this race, so, like, just watching good basketball has been such a, like, good experience because in the past few years, I'm a Bron fan, so, like, I'm always rooting for Bron. So, like, it's now good to just see good basketball and not have, like, stakes in it. It's actually, like, an interesting way to watch basketball. Like, usually I'm watching Knicks games most of the year, so, like I said, I have a stake in it. Usually I catch the nationally televised games. But yeah, man, it's been a really good playoff so far. The NBA has done a great job. Aside from all the injuries to all the key guys, man, this has been the league is in good hands. The way that they've been able to, work with AAU college and all this to get the most talented guys they possibly can. The league has probably never been more talented. The 13th guy on a bench is probably cracking maybe the starting rotation in like the late 80s at this point. So shout out to this league, man. It's wonderful. I love basketball, and I don't know, I just wanted to say that. Oh, and rest in peace to the Nets. Shout out to y'all. Try again next year. Your super team will be fine. Your super team will be absolutely fine. Congrats to the Nets. They showed a lot of heart, and they showed that with all those guys healthy, they're probably absolutely unstoppable. Anyway, that's all I have to say for the day. Shout out to the audience, and y'all know, enjoy.